will be talking about 1000 most expected questions series, and this is part 13 of the QA series that we will be doing. Okay, so we'll be looking at maths questions. Okay, but before we begin, I would like to remind everyone that you can download the app from Google Play. The link is given in the description, and once you download it, then on the home page you can put in your contact number, and using that you will be able to get 3 days free trial access of the app. Okay, so make sure that you do download the app and use it. So let's begin with our first question of the day. So the sum of the present ages of Ramu and Rahim is 76 years. However, 6 years ago, the ratio of their ages was 3:5 respectively. What will be the ratio of the ages of Ramu and Rahim 4 years hence? So what we can do is, we know that the present sum is 76 years of two people, Ramu and Rahim. So 4 years hence, as in 4 years later, hence means after. So 4 years after, the age of Ramu will also increase by 4 and age of Rahim will also increase by 4. That means the total age that they will have after 4 years from now will become 76 plus 4 plus 4, which is 84, right? Now this 84 is going to be divided into two parts where we will be talking about the ratio, right? So as of now, 22 and 27, if I add both of them, this will give me 49. Once I get 49, then double of 49 is going to be 98. So you can see that 84 years is not possible. So option A is not going to be our answer. Next, 14 plus 28, this is going to be 42. So if this is going to be 42, so next year it's, the double of this is going to be 84. So this is very much possible. The next one is 17 and 25. So if I add 17 and 25, this is going to give me 42 again. Double of it is going to be 84. So this is also very much possible. 14 plus 19 is going to be 33. 33 double is going to be 66. We won't be able to divide 84 years in 14 and 19 because none of them gives us 84, right? Triple of that will be 99. That is also going to surpass 84. So D also cannot be our answer. Now between B and C options, okay, let's pick one of the options. If it works out with the other conditions given in the question, great. If it doesn't, then obviously the other option is the answer. So between B and C, let's pick up B. So if I say that currently their ages ratios are 14 and 28, not currently, 4 years later plus 4, so plus 2 years later. This is 42, so if I double it, it will become 28 and 56. That means the age of Ramu 4 years later is 28 and that of Rahim is 56. Now this is 4 years later. So what we can do is look at this condition 6 years ago. So 6 years ago, that would mean 10 years from now. So this will become 18 and this will become 46. The ratio is not 3:5, right? Because 18 and 46, the best we can simplify is 19 and 23 and 9 and 23. 9 and 23 is not same as 3:5. So B also gets eliminated. So C becomes our answer. Let's check for C in case if you are doubtful. So I'm saying that 4 years later, right? If their ages if their ages are going to be 17 and 25, which will add up to give us 42, but we have to double it so that we get 84, right? So it becomes 34 and 35, 34 and 50, right? Now 6 years ago, so 4 years later and 6 years ago, that's a change of 10 years. So if I talk about Ramu's age, his age would have been 24. If I talk about Rahim's age, it's going to be 40. If I take the ratio, this is 8 into 3 and this is 8 into 5. So this perfectly matches with the given ratio. So C becomes our answer. Okay, so this is the approach using the options. If I am not going to use an approach using the options, then I'll have to come up with a proper solution, right? So if let's say Ramu's age currently is X years, then Rahim's age currently will be 76 minus X. 6 years ago. So if I talk about 6 years ago, Ramu's age would have been X minus 6. Rahim's age would have been 76 minus 6, which is 70 minus X. Right? 4 years later, their ages are going to be X minus 6, X plus 4, and it is going to be 80 minus X. So if I add 4 to both the numbers, this is what I'll get. So this ratio is asked, while this ratio of X minus 6 upon 70 minus X is given to us as 3:5, right? This is the age ratio, which was 6 years ago. So if we cross multiply, we will get 5x minus 30 is equal to 210 minus 3x, or we will get 8x is equal to 240, or we will get the value of x as 30. If I get the value of x as 30, we have to put it over here. 30 plus 4 is 34, and 80 minus 30 is 50. 34 and 50, if we simplify them by 2, if we get rid of 2, so I'll have 17 and 25, which gives us our option C. Right? So two different ways of solving, one using options, another proper solution. Let's look at the next question now. 617 plus 6.017 plus 0.617 plus this is going to be how much? So I believe everybody is aware that you should write it in this particular format. Since we have 4 decimal places, so I'll put 4 zeros. Next one is 6.017, next one is 0.617, and the next one is 6.0017. And if we happen to add all of them, so the lastmost is going to be 7, as in the rightmost, right? So that is 7. Next we are going to have 14 plus 1, 5, carry is 1, 1 plus 1 and 3, and we will have 6. 6357. As of now, it looks like C. Let's check it further. 7 plus 6 is going to be 19. Carry is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, so we will have 629.6357. Option C. Right? Okay. Next, a 280 meter long train crosses a platform that is thrice its length in 50 seconds. What is the speed of the train? So this is a scenario where we have two bodies. One is a train, which is going to move. Another is a platform, which is like a train, but it doesn't move. So the formula in that case is given as time is equal to length of train plus platform divided by speed of train. Now, time is given as 50 seconds. Length of the train is given as 280 meters. And platform is given as 3 times of 280, right? These many meters. And speed of the train is what we need to find out. Let's call it as ST. So if we cross multiply, we will have ST is equal to 4 times into 280 out of 50 meter per second, right? So what will happen is one of the zeros or the tens will cancel out. So we will be left with 28 into 4, which is going to be 112 by 5 meter per second. Now 112 by 5 can be written as 110 plus 2 by 5, right? 110 plus 2 by 5, which can further be broken down as 110 by 5 plus 2 by 5. 110 by 5 is 22, and this is 2 by 5. So we get option A as the answer. Okay. Next one. If a cuboid of length 10 centimeter, breadth 3 centimeter, and height 8 centimeter are melted into small cubes of each 2 centimeter each, then the number of smaller cubes is. This is given as volume of larger, let's call that a body, is equal to n times volume of smaller bodies, where n denotes the number of smaller bodies we are going to get. So what would be the volume of this cuboid? 10 into 3 into 8. this is equal to n times, what will be the volume of the cubes of edge 2 centimeter? So it's going to be 2 into 2 into 2. So if we solve this, we'll get n is equal to 30, because this is 8 and this is also 8. Common things, they get eliminated. So we get B option as the answer, right? Okay, next one. Speed of a boat in still water is 10 km/h. If it can travel 26 kilometers downstream and 40 kilometers upstream in the same time, the speed of the stream is. So this is same as the previous formula that we have seen. Speed is equal to distance up, time is equal to distance upon speed, right? So since it says time is same, so if we talk about 26 kilometers downstream, that is 26 kilometer becomes the distance, and the speed downstream will be speed of the boat, which is 10 km/h plus speed of the stream. Okay, R here stands for river, so this is in km/h. This is given as same as 14 kilometers, and this is going to be 10 minus speed of the river. So we will see that the units are common, so they get cancelled out. We're equating t as in the time, right? So from here we will get the value of SR if we cross multiply. So this is going to become 26 and 14. So this is 7 and this is 13. So we will have 13 times 10 minus speed of river is equal to 7 times 10 plus speed of the river. So this is 130 minus 13 speed of the river, and we will have 70 plus 7 times speed of the river. If we bring speed of the river on the same side, we will have 20 times speed of the river. And if we bring the numerical value on the other side, we will have this as 60. So from here, we will be getting speed of the river is equal to 60 by 20, which is 3. So the speed of the river is 3 km/h. So D is our answer, right? Straightforward application of the formulas that you guys have covered in the class with us on based on upstream, downstream, train and platform, right? Okay, next. Capacity of each bucket is 13.5 liters. 12 such buckets of water required to fill a tank. How many buckets will be needed to fill the same tank if the capacity of each bucket is 9 liters? Since we have one bucket that can measure or that can be filled with 13.5 liters of, let's say, water, and 12 such buckets are required. So can we say that the tank capacity or the volume of water the tank can keep is going to be 13.5 into 12, right? Now the same, we have to find out the capacity of the each bucket being 9, then how many buckets are required. So in order to solve this, this is 9 and this is going to be 15. So this is 1.5. So we'll have n is equal to 12 into 1.5, that will result in 18. So we will need 18 such buckets of capacity 9 liters to fill the same tank, right? Okay, next. There is a square field of area S square meters, a cylindrical ditch of radius 7 meters and depth 2 meters is dug, and the earth taken out is spread over the remaining part of the square field, the height of which goes up by 0.77 meters. What is the value of S? So what happens is we have a square field. So let's visualize the square field like this. Then what happens is we are going to dug a cylindrical pit, okay, and whatever is the volume of the soil that has been dug up, it is spread at the remaining portion. Now when this is done, what happens is the height of the square field, it increases. Obviously it should increase, but it increases only along outside it, okay? So we are not putting the sand back into the cylindrical pit. That makes sense, right? So we have to equate the volume. So first of all, the volume of the soil that has been taken out from the pit, This is a cylinder. So the volume of a cylinder is given as pi r square into h, right? So we have the radius as 7. So we would know that radius is 7, and the depth, which in terms is here, is going to be height, which is going to be 2 meters. So everything is in terms of meters. So no change of unit is required. Okay. Now this volume is going to be spread around. So what is the volume that we will have outside? So the volume that we are going to have outside is going to be area of the square. So let's say the side of the square is A. Okay. So this area of the square will be A square. From there, we are going to subtract the area of this circle between it, inside it, which is going to be pi r square. Once this becomes the area or the land area, we will see that by how much height it has been moved. So in order to calculate a volume of something which is completely, it's not slant, but it is completely perpendicular to the surface, you calculate the area and then you see how much height it has increased to. So the height has been increased to this 0.77. So they both should be same, right? So the only thing that we are not aware of here is A. Everything else is known. Radius is given as 7 and this is given as 0.77, right? So let's equate. So we will get 0.77a minus pi 7 square into 0.77. This is given as pi 7 square into 2. If I take the pi component to the other side, I will have 0.77a. This is equal to pi 7 square into 0.77 plus 2, which will be 2.77. Now you can see that the options, they are not irrational. So that means we will have to convert pi, which is an irrational value, into its corresponding closest fraction, which is 22/7. So we will have 0.77a is equal to 22/7 into 7 into 7 into 2.77. So what will now happen is 1 7 will go away and another 7 from 77 will go away. Then 11 from 77 will take care of this. So we will have a as 2 times 277, because the decimal points, I'm going to multiply both sides by 100. So I can ignore the common 2 decimal values, right? So this becomes 277 twice, which is going to be 554. Option D, right? Next. So a question based on calculation, how to use operators. It is given as BODMAS, as in you will take care of the brackets or the bar, and then you will take care of the word of, then division, then multiplication, then addition, then subtraction. So right now, the first calculation that will happen is going to be division, which is 2567 divided by 17, which is going to be 17,1 and 86,151. So we will get 151 into 3 is equal to x plus 180. Next is multiplication. 151 into 3 is going to be 453 is equal to x plus 180, right? Next, we can't add because there is a known variable on, there is a variable on the right hand side. So we'll take 180 to the other side and subtract. So we will have x is equal to 453 minus 180, which will result in 273. So D becomes our answer, right? Okay. Next one. A can run a kilometer race in 4.5 minutes, while B can run the same race in 5 minutes. How many meters head start can A give to B in a kilometer race so that the race may end in a dead hit? Dead hit would mean that they reach the destination simultaneously. Okay. So if I look at the first one, what happens is A runs 1000 meters in 4.5 minutes. So let's convert it into seconds, which is 60 into 4 plus 60 into 0.5. which will be 240 plus 30, 270 seconds. If we look at B, B also runs 1000 meters, but runs in 5 minutes, which is 60 into 5, 300 seconds. Right? So from here, can we say that if A gives B a head start because A is able to finish the race much quicker. So if A is like, okay, fine, you complete the race. Okay. So in the meantime, B will, you start the race. In the meantime, B will complete certain part and then A will begin from behind so that they reach there simultaneously. So from here, can we say that A covers whatever distance in 270 seconds? We need to find out what is the distance B is going to cover in the same 270 seconds, right? So if B covers 1000 meters in 300 seconds, so that would mean in 30 seconds, it covers 100 meters, right? We are talking about B. That means if I subtract, we can say that in 270 seconds, B will be covering 900 meters. Now, so it's like this. A is at the initial point. B is 100 meters ahead. How 100 meters? Because A is going to complete the entire 1000 meters, while B is going to cover only the 900 meters. How much time will A take to cover this 1000 meters? 270 seconds. How much time will B take to cover this 900 meters? 270 seconds. So A asks B, you go ahead and stand 100 meters ahead of me. And then the race begins. When the race begins, B is initially at the beginning. By the time B reaches the finishing line in 270 seconds, which is 4.5 minutes, A will also be able to do the same. So that's going to be like 100 meters ahead. That's what B should be of A, right? Okay. Next, how many words can be formed from the letters of the word director such that the vowels are taken together? So D is a consonant, I is a vowel, R is a consonant, E is a vowel, C is a consonant, T is a consonant, O, and then again we have an R, right? So since we have to take care of the condition, I, E, O, these are 3 letters, right? That can be arranged in 3 factorial ways, which is 6 ways. We can try the answer right away. Any answer that we will get the combination should be in the table of 6. In the table of 6 should be in the table of 3. D is not in the table of 3, B is not in the table of 3. So the answer is either A or C, right? If you add the digits, how to check if a number is divisible by 3? You add the digits of a number. If it is divisible by 3, the entire number is divisible by 3, right? Since we are still left with 2 options, so we'll have to go ahead and check. So IEO, they can be arranged themselves in 6 ways. Suppose IEO is one of the ways. Now what we are going to do is we are going to bind them. Okay, they are bound now. Once they are bound, wherever I take them, they will go simultaneously. We will be able to take care of this particular condition that the vowels are taken together, right? Next, we will look into the other letters, which are D, R, R, C, and T. So if we see how many letters we have 5 basic letters, and then we have a 6th one, which is not exactly a letter, but since we have clubbed them, they will act like a letter. So we have a total of 6 letters. These 6 letters can be rearranged in same way in 6 factorial ways. 6 factorial is nothing but 720 ways. So total number of ways is going to be 720 into 6. But there is a catch. The catch is that the 2 letters R and R, they are same. So which R is on the left and which R is on the right, it doesn't really matter. But the way we have solved it, we have treated the 2 R as different letters, but they're not. So when this happens, whatever answer you get, you divide it by the number of repetition of a letter happens. Here R is repeated twice, so you divide it by 2 factorial. So this actually becomes 720 into 3 because 2 factorial is 2, 6 by 2 is 3, which will give us 2160. So C becomes our answer. Okay. So I hope this part was clear. Initially, do not be worried about the 2 hours. Begin with binding all the vowels together. Once they are bound, then you consider them to be as a single letter. Now you have that letter and the other consonants. See how many letters you have overall, including that bounded letter. Then you see their arrangement, solve it. That's your answer. In case if there is any repetition, do that change in the number of words you are about to get at the end by dividing it by the number of repetitions a letter has. So R is 2 times. So we will write 2 factorial and divide. Okay, so that's all for today. Everybody who is watching, please make sure that you subscribe and like the video and share with your friends who are also preparing for the exam. And you can register for time management tips for CLAT and boards. The session will be taken by Nivedita Raje. Okay, she is a legal expert and it will be taking place on 25th of February at 6 p.m. Okay. And 5 steps to ACE CLAT 2025. This session will happen at on 28th February at 6 p.m. Again, register for this. This session will be taken by Ms. 𝗟𝗂 She is an English and CR expert. Okay, please do not miss out on attending these 2 live interactive workshops. You can kickstart your OLET preparation exam. You can talk to our counselor by clicking on the button which says talk to our counselor on the home page of our BYJU'S exam prep app. Okay, so make sure that you download it. The link is given in the description. Also, you can start early for your CLAT 2025 preparation. So we have brought you the CLAT 2025 UG comprehensive course. Okay, that includes more than 380 hours of live classes, more than 300 recorded videos, 55 mock tests with video solutions, more than 10,000 topic-wise questions, more than 10,000 sectional practice tests, study material, hard copy, doubt resolution within 24 hours, and CLAT Ignite, a very important e-magazine that is provided to you. So enroll as soon as possible, or you can talk to our counselors at the given number 953-8895-678. Okay. And Law 2024 UG test series is live right now. You can benchmark your test taking strategy by taking this test series. This includes 25 CLAT mocks, 15 IELTS mocks, and 15 OLET mocks. Okay, so it's like unlimited access to all the mock tests you will be having. Okay, so make sure that you buy this. The link is given in the description, as well as you can give a missed call, drop a message, okay, or give a normal call on this number, and somebody will get in touch with you as soon as possible. Do not forget to check out our social media handles and pages. Do join our Telegram channel, which is BYJU'S_exam prep_CLAT. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. Do not forget to like and subscribe.